The government shutdown has now entered its 12th day, and the effects are rippling through the heart of the nation's capital. Once bustling corridors of power now stand eerily silent as the lights in government buildings remain off and the city's pulse slows to a crawl. A heavy sense of uncertainty hangs over Washington, D.C., as if the very sky mirrors the mood of the city. Dark clouds gather above the iconic monuments, casting long shadows over the Capitol and the people who depend on its functioning. For hundreds of thousands of federal workers, the shutdown means more than just political gridlock. It's a personal crisis. Many gather outside shuttered offices, reading notices taped to doors, wondering when, or if, they'll return to work and receive their next paycheck. The anxiety is palpable as families across the region brace for the unknown. The city is on edge. Crowds gather near the Capitol, their faces tense as they watch breaking news, updates in cafes and public spaces. Conversations are hushed, and the usual optimism of the city has been replaced by a sense of frustration and helplessness. Washington feels paralyzed, its fate hanging in the balance as the nation looks on, with growing concern. Against this tense domestic backdrop, President Donald Trump continues to operate on the world stage. He's seen walking alongside foreign leaders at international summits, shaking hands, and discussing global issues, seemingly unfazed by the turmoil back home. To his supporters, this is exactly what they want to see: a president who refuses to be distracted by political squabbles, who puts America's interests first and who is willing to stand firm in the face of opposition. They cheer him on at rallies, waving flags and chanting slogans, convinced that his tough stance will ultimately benefit the country. But not everyone agrees. Critics argue that the president is neglecting a crisis of his own making, prioritizing international appearances over the urgent needs of American workers and families. Protests erupt near the Capitol, with frustrated citizens demanding action and accountability from their leaders. The contrast is stark and inescapable: a political system at home that seems dysfunctional and gridlocked, while the president projects strength and engagement abroad. The split-screen reality leaves many Americans wondering where the administration's priorities truly lie. As lawmakers argue over budgets and border security in heated congressional debates, President Trump is seen negotiating trade deals and discussing market access with foreign delegates. The disconnect between domestic paralysis and international ambition grows more pronounced with each passing day. The question on everyone's mind: is the president neglecting his responsibilities at home, or is he securing America's future on the world stage? As news anchors debate and the public weighs in, one thing is clear: Washington remains on edge, and the nation waits anxiously for a resolution. Donald Trump, the businessman president, steps onto the world stage with a style unlike any of his predecessors. Known for his background in real estate and deal-making, Trump brings a distinctly transactional approach to international relations, treating global diplomacy much like a high-stakes business negotiation. He's not interested in the traditional pageantry or the subtle art of statecraft. Instead, he's focused on what he can get for America and how quickly he can get it. His recent tours through Asia and the Middle East are a clear reflection of this philosophy. In every meeting, Trump is direct, often bypassing diplomatic niceties to get straight to the point. What can this relationship deliver for the United States? He's not shy about putting American interests first, and he makes it clear to foreign leaders that every handshake, every photo op, and every summit must have a tangible benefit for the American people. He audits countries, like a CEO, reviewing a company's balance sheet, asking tough questions. What's in it for America? Are we getting a fair deal? If not, he's ready to walk away or renegotiate. This approach marks a sharp departure from the more collaborative, consensus-driven style of previous administrations. Forget vague communiques and diplomatic jargon. Trump's focus is squarely on economic outcomes. He wants results that can be measured in jobs, exports, and dollars. For him, a successful summit isn't about building friendships or issuing joint statements. It's about closing deals that benefit American workers and businesses. He wants to sell more American products abroad, from cars and airplanes to soybeans and beef, and he's determined to rebalance trade relationships that he believes have long disadvantaged the U.S. Whether it's renegotiating NAFTA, pressuring China on tariffs, or pushing allies to buy more American goods, Trump's message is consistent. America will no longer settle for less. Senator Markwayne Mullin, a vocal supporter, says Trump is there to make money for Americans, plain and simple. He sees Trump's approach as a breath of fresh air, arguing that the president's business instincts are exactly what the country needs on the global stage. The focus is on economic announcements, not cultural exchanges or symbolic gestures. Trump wants headlines about new investments, job creation, and lucrative contracts, not about diplomatic dinners or cultural tours. In Riyadh, it's about securing multi-billion-dollar arms sales. In Tokyo, it's about opening new markets for American agricultural exports. Each stop on his foreign trips is carefully chosen for its economic potential, with Trump eager to showcase the deals he's struck. Trump sees international relations through a CEO's lens, prioritizing economic outcomes above all else. He's less interested in building alliances for their own sake, and more focused on ensuring that every partnership delivers concrete benefits to the U.S. traditional diplomatic concerns, like protocol, long-term alliances, or multilateral agreements, often take a back seat. Trump is willing to disrupt the old order if it means getting a better deal for America, even if it ruffles feathers among allies and adversaries alike. For Trump, a successful summit is one where tangible deals are announced and signed on camera. He wants the world, and especially the American public, to see the results of his negotiations, turning every trip abroad into a showcase of his deal-making prowess. This message resonates powerfully with his base, who see it as a long overdue correction in U.S. foreign policy. They believe Trump is finally putting American interests first, using his business acumen to deliver real results for the country, and restoring pride in what America can achieve on the world stage. Trump's trip to Japan stands as a vivid example of his unique, transactional approach to international diplomacy. Unlike traditional visits, which often focus on symbolic gestures and long-term alliances, Trump's visit was all about immediate results and tangible benefits for the United States. From the moment he landed in Tokyo, his agenda was clear: secure deals that would directly benefit American industries and workers. Rather than getting bogged down in the complexities of multilateral trade agreements or broader economic frameworks, Trump chose to pursue a direct bilateral deal with Japan. This approach allowed him to bypass lengthy negotiations and focus on what he saw as the core issues: market access and fair trade for American products. The result was a landmark agreement that lowered tariffs on key American exports like beef, pork, and wheat. For American farmers and ranchers, this deal opened up new opportunities in one of the world's largest and most lucrative markets. It meant that their products could now compete on a more level playing field, giving them a much-needed boost during a time of global uncertainty. For many in America's heartland, this agreement was more than just a policy win. It was a lifeline. With global markets in flux and trade tensions rising elsewhere, the deal with Japan provided stability and hope for thousands of farming families. Standing side by side with the Japanese Prime Minister, Trump adopted the tone of a seasoned salesman. He didn't dwell on diplomatic jargon or abstract economic theories. Instead, he spoke in plain, direct language, emphasizing the practical benefits of the deal for both nations. He framed the agreement in simple, relatable terms, focusing on the idea of selling a product and making a good deal. This approach resonated with his supporters back home, who appreciated his straightforward, business-like style. The alliance between the U.S. and Japan, once defined mainly by security concerns, was now being recast as a two-way street paved with commerce and mutual economic benefit. Trade, investment, and job creation became the new pillars of the partnership. Trump's transactional style wasn't limited to Japan. In Malaysia, he brokered deals involving the purchase of American aircraft and significant investments in U.S. infrastructure. These agreements were designed to showcase American manufacturing strength and technological prowess. Trump made sure to highlight how these international deals translated into real jobs for American workers. He often pointed to the factory floors and assembly lines that would stay busy thanks to new orders from abroad. At the heart of all these agreements was Trump's signature America First policy. He argued that every deal should be measured by its impact on American prosperity, security, and jobs. Rather than getting lost in the complexities of global politics, Trump preferred to focus on the bottom line. He saw international relations through the lens of business, always looking for the best possible deal for the United States. In doing so, Trump repositioned the United States not just as a global leader, but as a formidable business partner and competitor. one that demanded respect and reciprocity on the world stage. Trump's strategy with China is confrontation, not engagement. He sees China as a main competitor, pointing to trade deficits and job losses. His deals with Japan and Malaysia are strategic moves against Beijing. By securing access for American goods, he counters China's dominance. Asian nations face a choice: deepen ties with China or partner with America. Trump rejected multilateral approaches like the Trans-Pacific Partnership. He opts for bilateral agreements, arguing they offer more leverage. This shift creates uncertainty and opportunity in the region. Some worry about a US-China trade war, others see negotiation chances. Trump replaces quiet diplomacy with the loud art of the deal. While Trump makes deals overseas, the shutdown impacts federal workers. A single mother at the Department of Agriculture faces a crisis without income. At a naval base, civilian staff are furloughed, disrupting military families. The shutdown is not just a headline, it weakens support structures. National parks close, hurting small businesses dependent on tourism. IRS delays tax refunds, frustrating millions. Scientific research projects are put on hold. The shutdown is a self-inflicted wound, caused by political paralysis. For those affected, Trump's foreign focus feels disconnected. They struggle to make ends meet while he celebrates trade victories abroad. In Congress, blame for the shutdown is tossed between parties. Democrats call it the Trump shutdown, accusing him of holding Americans hostage. Republicans argue Democrats refuse to negotiate, causing obstruction. The media amplifies division, with each side blaming the other. The debate is about winning public relations, not finding solutions. Compromise is seen as weakness, confrontation is rewarded. Lawmakers fear primary challenges more than failing to govern. The shutdown drags on, each side waiting for the other to blink. The shutdown affects organized labor, traditionally a Democratic pillar. Trump's focus on trade and manufacturing jobs appeals to union members. A union leader in Pennsylvania sees jobs return due to Trump's tariffs. While national union leadership condemns Trump, local members see benefits. This creates a split between leadership and rank-and-file members. Some members shift loyalty from party to personality. Trump's approach peels off a segment of the working class. The political map becomes more complex, with union households less solidly blue. Across America, people try to make sense of the Trump presidency. In a North Carolina diner, retirees discuss Trump's actions. A former factory worker appreciates Trump's deal-making abroad. A retired teacher worries about the shutdown's impact on her daughter. This conversation reflects deep divisions in how Americans view Trump. People see either a strong leader or a reckless president. Perceptions are shaped by personal experience and media consumption. The country is polarized in its perception of reality. Politics feels like a confusing spectator sport, disconnected from daily life. Trump's presidency rewrites the rules of American political leadership. He wins not as a seasoned politician, but as a famous brand. His business-first approach alters public expectations. Supporters judge him by CEO metrics, not traditional political ones. A government shutdown is seen as a negotiating tactic. This challenges the foundations of the political system. Trump's approach is disruptive, prioritizing quick wins over stability. It energizes some voters, but alienates those valuing institutions. Future candidates will be measured against this new archetype. Trump's greatest deal may be changing presidential expectations.